Let me try this again. This is for all the people who are non-indigenous, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, mixed, who don't understand what the term two-spirit means. This term is specifically used within the indigenous community. For those of us that are bisexual, gay man, lesbian woman, non-binary, pansexual, that's the term we use when we talk about our own people who don't fit into the LGBTQ plus community, because there's not a space for us there. That's why we had to create our own term. The term two-spirit is only to be used by indigenous folk, not white people. Okay. Now, if a person from the LGBTQ plus community came to me and asked me, Kelly, what are you? Are you gay? Are you lesbian? Are you a lesbian? Are you straight? Are you bisexual? What's your preference? Well, in my case, for the LGBTQ plus community, I would be considered bisexual. A bisexual woman who is attracted to both genders. Now, for the two-spirited ones in the indigenous community, I would be considered queer. Now, queer does not necessarily mean lesbian. I'm attracted to both genders, not just one in particular. I spent years trying to fit the narrative of, oh, she needs to be perfect. She needs to have, she needs to live by the normal standards of a woman. By the time I was 20, which was in 2005, I had come out as bisexual to both of my parents. Both were more understanding than most of you people that are going to be sitting here watching this video or watching the live that I did. Now, Christians may come to me and say, well, that's not God-like. God doesn't like that. Well, how do you know what he does and does not approve of? You sit there and you claim to be Christian. You look at a person, you say, I love you. I would never judge you. God doesn't judge. Well, you automatically make it sound like you're being the judgmental type. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care what your background is. If you claim to be Christian and you want to sit there and nitpick at someone when they come out to you for what their preference is, then you're an asshole or a bitch for doing so. That's uncalled for and it's pathetic. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and conform to people's standards of how I should be. Right now, I'm in my masculine energy because when I am in my feminine energy and I have my hair long, I get hit on by grown men who are older than me. And it's disgusting and uncomfortable. So for the time being, my hair is going to be short. I will eventually grow it out. It's just going to take time because I'm not in the place right now where I'm able to love myself the way I should. I spent years suffering with an eating disorder and have trouble loving my body the way it is now versus how I looked when I was younger. I'm not going to sit here and try to make myself comfortable by saying things that people want to hear. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm not here to kiss ass. I'm not here to suck up to anyone. I'm here to state my opinion. You don't like it, you don't have to follow. If you're bothered by my lifestyle and who and what I'm attracted to when it comes to people, then you don't need to be in my life. I spent so much time trying to conform to standards given by people in society that it nearly did me in. And I wasn't happy with myself. Now I'm at the point now where I'm trying to love myself, even though it's hard for me to do. So that's that. And for those of you that want to say there's no such thing as two-spirit, well, you're saying that because you're non-native. You're not indigenous. Indigenous is another word for Native American. This is strictly used for our indigenous folk who are two-spirit. To all those within the LGBTQ plus community and those that are in the indigenous community who will happen to be two-spirit, please know that I see you. You do matter and you are loved. And I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere. You guys that say there's no such thing as Two-Spirit, you don't know what that means. You're not taking the time out to go to Google and type in the term Two-Spirit for Native Americans. Because that to us is very sacred. We take that shit seriously and we hold it to high regard. We want to be seen, heard, loved, and appreciated by everybody else. Just like everybody else wants to be seen, heard, loved, and appreciated. We want that same thing. But we can't sit at the LGBTQ plus community table because we don't fit in by their standards. We've been doing this for years, since it became trendy. We've been doing it since I was born, before I was born. Now it's become trendy. Being part of the LGBTQ plus or the indigenous Two-Spirit community is not trendy. It's not something to mock. It's not something to tease people about. You want people to be sitting out here and be honest and authentic, but you want to sit there and judge and nitpick because you think God won't love these people because of who they choose to love and how they choose to live their life when it doesn't fit your standards. Let people love who they want, live their life how they want. How the fuck are they hurting you? They ain't doing nothing to hurt you. They're just out here trying to live their best life and enjoy themselves. Let them live. Quit trying to be all over them and be in their business and try to say you love them, but you're going to sit there and criticize them later on when they do find the courage to come out to you. Don't be a douchebag or a bitch. Be a human being. Okay? Thank you. Bye.